And behold, here we are again. The Thursday installment of Wildwood Live in the Orange Room, although I'm not live right now. I got to be honest with you. I had to be out of town this week, so I've recorded these in advance. For your listening and dining pleasure, today's victim, today's prey, if you will, is a Paul Reed Smith Wildwood exclusive 35th anniversary. Look at this guitar. Let's look up as I talk about it. Let's just take a look at this doggone rascal. This is Faded Blue Smoke Burst, 7.61 pounds. Body wood is mahogany. Top wood is quilted maple. Neck wood is mahogany. Neck shape is pattern regular. Fingerboard is ebony. Inlays are old school birds. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! 25-inch scale length, 24 frets. The pickups are 85/15 S treble and bass. Volume and tone control with three-way toggle switch and two mini toggles for coil taps. Coil switches. Nickel hardware, PRS patented tremolo, PRS low mass locking tuners, deluxe padded gig bag. Can you dang it? This one's 7.61 pounds. Not bad at all, ladies and germs. I'm going to start off noodling a little bit on that neck pickup with the, here's the, no, it's bridge pickup. Here's neck pickup. Now I'm going to coil tap that rascal. We'll hear that good. Hello, brain. Doing a few live streams today, so my brain's a little juicy, but that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm going to do a little tune right now I'm going to go between the neck pickup on humbucker and neck pickup split, and then I'll add a little heat at some point, and we'll get her done. All right, here we go. Go to humbucker now. Coil tab that rascal. Back to humbucker on that bridge. Well, all right. That was a tune of mine called Heading West. I actually wrote that with my buddy John Seeger, put a nice lyric to that jam on the Plays Well With Others disc. But kind of a fun little minor blues. And it was a good one to play on this guitar because I could mess around with a bunch of different... I like doing the coil tap thing to make it a little more glassy sounding. Like if I'm on the neck here. Off the clean boost there. So that's Mr. Humbucker. That's the single coil. It's nice and glassy. It's a nice little tone there by Jimmy. Turn the volume down a little bit. It does it nice, cleans up nice. Then Mr. Bridge on single coil. I started a little faster than I ended. Sometimes that happens. That's what happens when you're a human. When you're a human being. Let's talk a little bit more about this Get Fiddle for a minute. I'm going to give you the lowdown again as we go up close and personal. So for those who are initiated into our Tuesday and Thursday activities, Wildwood sends me some guitars for you guys to hear and see in action. And then there's links usually on the stream for you to click on to go right to the Wildwood site. And this guitar is no exception. This is a 35th anniversary Paul Reed Smith Wildwood exclusive S2 Custom 24. In faded blue smoke burst, 7.61 pounds. Body wood is mahogany, quilted maple top. Mahogany neck with ebony fingerboard. And it's got the 85/15S treble and bass pickups. And it's a doggone beautiful looking guitar. 7.61 pounds, that's not bad at all. Nice and dark in the back. Beautiful to behold. And it's got a 3-way toggle switch and 2 mini toggles for coil tapping the pickup. Something like that there. We're going loop crazy today. I'm going loopy-doopy crazy. Nothing wrong with it either. It's good for you. And again, it is a Wildwood exclusive S2 Custom 24 in faded blue smoke burst. And I'm sure most of you know, but Wildwood, a store in beautiful Louisville, Colorado, is a magnificent shop that often partners up with the big ones, the big manufacturers, and makes special tweaked versions of their guitars. They started with the Wildwood 10s that they did with Fender and still do, the magnificent Wildwood Specs with Gibson. This is a Wildwood exclusive with Paul Reed Smith. They've done it with Taylor, Martin, certainly with Reverend, all kinds of people. And this is the latest kind of iteration with the Paul Reed Smith folks. And what's nice about this guitar, excuse me, is that a lot of the, not all, but a lot of times these special Wildwood edition instruments are just so pimped out with all the good stuff that they're a little expensive. So this particular version of these Paul Reed Smith Wildwood exclusive S2 custom 24s, this one is $17.29, which in comparison to like a Wood Library guitar or something like that, anyone who knows what the prices of those things go for, it's actually quite equitable. So can you dig that? I hope you can dig it. I'm going to do both of these on coil tune. Mess around a little bit with something. We'll see what we got. A little noodle-roni there. Noodle-roni Parmigiani. What is that? I don't know. I don't know what any of that means, but it feels good. And if it feels good, do it. I like it all. with loopers. It felt kind of good, though. It felt kind of good in the Orange Room of Doom with this Paul Reed Smith guy guitar from our friends at Wildwood Guitars in Louisville, Colorado. Louisville, Colorado. That's where it happens. Sometimes we need to funkify. Sometimes we need to funkify a little bit, I think. the trunk with this Paul Reed Smith guitar. It's a S2 Custom 24. The magical finish of faded blue smoke burst. This is a Wildwood exclusive, folks. Look at that. Look at that top of quilted maple. Look at that top. It'll take your soul. Look at that top. It's a quilted maple. Can you dig that kind of activity? Can you dig that kind of activity? I thought that you could. Old school birds on this rascal. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! I can hear them in the night calling me as if by name. Trade. Come, trade. They don't say that. 85/15S treble and bass pickups. They sound good. Deluxe padded gig bag. I dig this guitar. It's simple elegance. I like the coil tap. It sounds good. I kind of find myself digging the coil tap neck pickup a little more. It's got a little more. I'm going to go back to the bridge and humbucker. It's a nice little match. So humbucker in the bridge. Single coil in the neck. I like it. Oh, you thought it was gone, but it was back. Attention, Joseph. Where are you going with that Paul Reed Smith in your hand? Well, I'm going down to the Orange Room. I'm going to have myself a time. Folks, if you're wondering why I'm not responding, this has actually been taped. So this is not live. It is live. I mean, it's being played, obviously. It was live at some point. It was live on Sunday, actually. It's now Thursday in the future. I'm speaking to you from the past, but right now I'm speaking to you in the future. Isn't that trippy? It's crazy. It's so weird. But I'm on the road this week, so I had to pre-record some sessiones for you kids so that you could savor the flavor from afar. As I'm going to be first in Fort Wayne, Indiana, then down in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm doing that guitar camp with Andy Wood, the Woodshed Guitar Experience. You'll learn your licks and you'll like it, or you'll go to the shed. And Mighty Andy Wood, Mighty Andy Timmons, Mark Lettieri, doggone Robin Ford, Brent Mason, Laura. Oh, there's so many music friends are going to be down there rocking, rolling, dismembering. So hope to see you guys down there. It's on a beautiful rural spot in rural Tennessee where I will wrestle a bear and teach it how to chicken pick. Come here, bear. Blow it. That's right. Now listen. This is what you got to do. Next thing you know, it'll be a chicken picking bear circus circuit. Circus bear circuit. Chicken picking bears. Nothing wrong with it. It's the wave of the future. Like right now, I'm talking to you in the future, in the past. What? Never mind. Again, this is a Paul Reed Smith guitar that I'm playing here. It's a Wildwood exclusive. What is Wildwood Guitars? Louisville, Colorado. An unbelievably glorious store. I usually go out there 4 days a month and shoot a whole bunch of videos. Haven't gone out there since February of 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You know why? COVID-19. COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. Paul Reed Smith Guitars, Wildwood exclusive 35th anniversary S2 custom 24 guitar, faded blue smoke burst. This one is 7.61 pounds. It comes with a deluxe padded gig bag. These are very cost effective in comparison to a lot of Paul Reed Smith guitars. $17.99 this thing goes for. I didn't mean $17.99. I didn't mean that. There is a link above or below, depending on where you're watching this. If it's YouTube, it should be below. If it's Facebook, it'll be above. And there should be a link to this very guitar on the website, and you can click and you can say, I want that one for my very own. I put a little extra gristle stink on it for you, which smells like sweet mulberries and lavender. Today it does. Anyway, I said so. That's what's happening. I shall return next week with another bounty. I actually have quite a few guitars from Wildwood in my grubby mitts at this point in time. We're awaiting a more fancy camera that we're going to have. So the camera that you're looking at me on, that you're watching me on, is a very nice Sony camera. The close-ups are pretty good, but we're going to get a separate camera over in this direction, over here, where my finger's going, so that it will not be like that camera focusing in. It will be a really nice camera, like dead on, with a separate shot just for that. So we'll have so much high def activities going on so that you can really see the nooks and crannies of these diggity doggone guitars and hear them in all their glory. I'm actually going through my Koch amplifier right over here, the Greg, which is something that is available at Wildwood Guitars. And today I'm using a looper. I'm using the MXR. Let's see what I got here. Hold on now. Hold on, friends. Hold on, friends. Oh, why isn't it? Oh, you know why? Where I want it to be. I'm using that MXR Sneakerfoot. Sneakerfoot will dictate the way. That's the MXR clone looper. Today I've been using my Gristle King with the clean boost and the overdrive. I've hit the GS124 a few times as well. Because when I'm using the looper, I don't use the amp distortion. I just use pedals so I don't distort the signal. So this is like a clean boost here. Wildwood does does sell these GS124. You can actually get the Gristle King from my website, but the GS124 is a pedal from Jetter Pedals that you can get at Wildwood. Sounds like the end of the world. Have it set to the end of the world setting. The end of the world setting. Options for your listening and dining pleasure. Can you dig it? It's important to have options, tonal options, folks. All right, folks, I'm going to see you upon my return next week. I'll have another glorious guitar of Doom and Destruction to play for you. Don't forget, feel free to go to the Wildwood Guitars website. It's something I like to go to on a regular basis, especially go to their new arrivals page. But I'm I always snoop around the whole doggone place. They've always got a good quantity of my signature guitars from Reverend, Ready to Rock, the new Gristle 90s. They've been flying out as soon as they come in, but when they have them, they've got them. There's definitely a few of my Gristle Masters there. And of course, there's just custom shop glory from all kinds of people. So anyway, check it out, Wildwood Guitars. I'm Gregory Koch. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it, and we will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.